What can you do to prevent having, what are the some things you can do to make sure that you do not have an asymmetrical face if you don't have one, and if you have one, still knowing these things will help. Let's get straight to the point. The first thing that you need to do to make sure that you do not get, it will make sure in one way that you do not get an asymmetrical face, is chewing. These things are going to be basic things, but most of the time we ignore the basics. Come on. We ignore the basics, and then it's the basics that matter most of the time. Anyway, chewing from both sides. Now, you have two eyes, you can look from both of them. You have two legs, you can walk, you use both of them to walk. You have two ears, you use both of them to listen. So use both of your jaws, both of these sides to chew, because if you choose from one side more than the other, one side is going to be developed more, and come on, one side is going to be developed more than the other. Second, when you sleep, do not sleep to one side of the like, not to the right, not to left. If you want to sleep, do it equal, or just sleep like straight like this. And I'm more focused, but I should edit this out. Anyway, sleep on both sides. Or if you don't want to sleep on both sides, sleep straight. And one other thing is that when you are sleeping, naturally, if you sleep more on the left side, you're naturally going to be sleep, like it's going to be easier for you to sleep when you're on your left side, because that's just how you've been sleeping all your life. So if you sleep on the right side, then it's going to be a little harder. I've experienced this. So you kind of gonna have to push yourself to do the opposite. Second thing, yeah. The third thing is related to mewing. When you're a beginner in mewing, do not do hard mewing. The reason you don't do hard mewing, especially if you're a beginner, because you don't know if you're actually putting equal pressure on all sides on the roof of the mouth. And if you do not put equal pressure, the side where you put more pressure, that side will be developed more, and the side where you don't put where you put less pressure, that side will be developed less. Now, come on, come on, what is this? I am trying to focus. Come on, what is this? What can I say? Where is it? I need to do something about this thing. I talked about three things. Another thing about mewing. If you're a beginner, you should not be doing hard mewing. It's just, I mean, I understand that, yeah, you've heard that doing hard mewing, gives you fast results, which is true. But you need to be fully sure if you're even putting equal pressure, and to be able to be fully sure, you first need to take it's a little slow. Like first, you have to actually fully know if you're putting equal pressure on all sides of them with the mouth, and you don't have to put pressure. Just rest the tongue on the roof of the mouth. That's better than, because you don't want to risk having an asymmetrical face. If you have a choice to not have an asymmetrical face, just choose it. All right, it will take time if you do soft mewing, if you want to say, but it's at least safe. But at the same time, you still kind of have to know if you're putting equal pressure, or even touching the tongue equally, even if it's resting. Another thing could be if you already have an uneven palate, then obviously that's just a different case. But that's that. The the fourth thing which you need to do to make sure. Wait a minute. All right, I can't remember. Apologies, brothers. I can't remember what was the first thing. My mind is so. I should have prepared for this. I didn't even take an. At least should have taken some note. Anyway, but let's just talk about a little bit what you should do. What at least what comes to my mind. I'm a half dead person. Happens. can I say? What should I say? I'm gonna have to be a little more prepared. I'm not prepared. This is just stupid for me. But still, my own thing that I need to. Why I don't know to even have to talk about it, but to talk about symmetrical. So if I talk about mewing, I do understand a lot of people who are gonna. If it's a terrible video, but if you're still watching, somehow I don't know how you're watching, but mewing has very good, like mewing can help you very much, but it can ruin your face. And I mean, I can't say. I mean, I can say it ruined my face, but at the same time, it's my own mistake which I made. So if you're doing mewing, like I want you to be careful that you're doing it properly. Because if you do something, if you have two choices to do something right and something the wrong way, what should you choose? The right way. So you know the right way. Do not do not do hard mewing if you don't have to, and if especially if you're a beginner, because in the beginning you may not even know if you're doing it right. You may be putting pressure on the, like you may be even pushing your front teeth from the back, so like you have to be careful with that. Anyway, get the so this is that. Next video will be better.